5 days into early voting in Georgia and the number of ballots coming in, it is not slowing down. We're closing in on the 600,000th ballot at this hour, 48% higher than in 2018, the last time we had a midterm, and the most ever when a presidential election is not on the line. Atlanta News First reporter Rachel Aragon live at Selena S. Butler Park polling. That's a location in southeast Atlanta. And Rachel, we're getting an idea of who it is who's turning out to vote early.
Rick, that is correct. I talked to so many voters here at this polling location, many of them telling me this is the first time they're voting in a midterm election. Just giving you an idea of the enthusiasm we're seeing for this year. Many people casting their ballot for all sorts of reasons. Here they're telling me everything from the tight Senate race, the governor's race, even to issues like the economy and reproductive rights.
This is my reason to vote for who I want.
Atlanta seniors able to vote early and in person thanks to people like Sanja Osadoler.
I have 324 seniors, and my goal is to engage the community.
Sanja not only encouraging seniors to vote, but making sure they do vote.
I had a bus that didn't show up today to pick my seniors up in Building 3 where she lives. And so it's just my duty to make sure that they get here.
These efforts, part of why Georgia is seeing historic turnout. For the first 4 days of early in-person voting, just under 520,000 Georgia voters cast their ballot. That's a 53% increase from day 4 of the 2018 midterm early voting.
We're blowing doors on turnout. Well above our anticipated amounts.
The ballot includes the race for governor, a highly contested U.S. Senate seat, and in Atlanta, the possibility of extending the hours alcohol can be sold on Sundays.
We're seeing widespread use statewide. It's sort of evened out.
We're also seeing this election drawing first-time midterm election voters from 19-year-olds.
I think this midterm is really important.
To 39-year-olds.
I thought, well, pretty much all these issues don't apply to me. And then once you start to get older and you start to pay property taxes and you start to, own more than one property and you start to really get into, you're more involved with your city.
November could be a record-breaking election for early in-person voting and absentee voting.
We're already at nearly 240,000 requested and over 50,000 have already been returned. So we're going to see a record of absentee voting. We're going to see a record of early voting. And, we may see a record on election day. We just don't know yet.
Those numbers definitely keep going up. Well, the Secretary of State's office telling me earlier they're expecting some pretty high turnout for today as well. And they also add they'll be updating those turnout numbers over the weekend. Reporting live in Southeast Atlanta, Rachel Aragon, Atlanta News First.
Thank you, Rachel.